Well, hello everybody. I got to talking to Tim, the base resonator, and we decided to do a collaboration. And I sent him one of these dual wave coaster molds. It's very nice. They usually come in singles, but anyway, I got them in a dual. So it's kind of nice. You can do two at a time. And they're much more sturdier than some of the ones I've seen. They are on my website, but I thought, let me go put a mask on real quick. Hey everybody. I was talking to Tim, the base resonator, and I had sent him a box before with some things when it was his 40th anniversary. And anyway, I asked him if he'd like to do a collaboration with me if I sent him some products. So I sent him one of these dual wave coaster molds, and I sent him some chameleons, my whole set of chameleons, and some textures, because I thought if he wanted to do, because that's what I'm going to end up doing, but I told him it's totally up to him what he wanted to do. And to be honest with you, I don't even remember what all I sent to him in the box. I know I sent him this and some chameleons and some textures. Other than that, I'm not real sure, because I send stuff out to people quite often, and I probably should get in the habit of maybe maybe taking a picture of what I send. Anyway, I just got my Resiners G3 curator, and it comes with a bottle of UV resin, which I just ran out using it. It was a different brand. It was J Addiction, I think. But so this will be the first time I use the Resiners. And I'm gonna move my cup of coffee up here. Sorry. And I'm just gonna put some down at the bottom of these little waves. And then I'm gonna put some shells and some glass, some pretty stuff. I don't know, I've never actually did one of these, but I thought it would look cool with some textures in there. So I have these, I don't know if you can see them, pink shells that I got from New Zealand. And I've gotten these shells before on Amazon, but for these I had to order directly from them. So anyway, I'm just putting just a little bit in each one of these. And then I'll put the shells and glass and stuff in there. Oh, my hair's not in there. So So yeah, I asked him if he wanted to do a collaboration, so, but I did tell him that whatever he wanted to use, he could, and there's no rules to this collaboration, just to use the mold. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. All right. So I think at first, these are kind of bigger, so I think I'm just going to put some of these. I'm just going to sprinkle them in. And I will have to put more UV resin over them. Uh-oh, I missed a groove here. All of these things you can get in my shop. I have, these are bright gold glass bits. They're actually glass, and they're gold. And I sell them in the shop. So where did I find that one? This one. Hang on. Let me move this out of the way. I like to put the resin down first. I don't know. Just something I like to do. Sometimes you'll get little air pockets if you don't. So that's why I like to do it. I could put some in here. And I'm going to pick up these leftover ones. Might as well drop them in somewhere. Okay. And then I might put a few of these mini glass beads. They are, I hope they show up. They're pearl. So probably I will have to put on a darker background for them to show up. Doesn't have to be black, just darker. And I didn't put that much in there anyway. Put a little. And I like to, when I want something to show up, I will put it in clear first and then back it. And that way you see the whole thing. So I picked out the smallest ones that I had. And so I'm just gonna scatter them out. I'm gonna move them around here in a little bit. I'll put them in first and then like anything that has stones in them. And I mean, I have stones on the website, but if you're ever in need of any other ones, I have some in my own stash that, like malachite, and oh, I have some opals, I think. I also have some crushed opal. Well, that's what I should put in here. Oh, let me go get some of those. They're tiny. I wonder if I got one that would go with this. I'll have to go check. They're kind of the size of the glass bits, so they would look nice in there, I think. Okay, so in this mold, you can either build your mold upward, or you could go the other way. And so you kind of have to decide what you're gonna do and how you want your shells to lay in there. So I think we're gonna use this as the top side. This being the top side, we're working up. Okay, so these are the opals. I don't know, can you see them through the bag? Oh, this light doesn't help, does it? See if I can move that away a little bit. They're they're man-made, but they're really pretty. Won't be putting blue in here. I'm thinking, oh, actually blue wouldn't look bad. Not sure I like that color. The orange one. How about this one? No. Maybe I got a white one in it. No. Alright. These at the bottom are mine. Oh, I don't know. What do you think? I think I sold my white one, but can you see them? Maybe I could put those in there. I think that's a good idea. Alright, putting these back in. I'm not putting a lot in there. These are a little bit expensive. They're like, I think, $25 or $26 or something. Everyone else sells them for $45 for this little bag. And theirs is half the amount mine is. Alright, I am going to put a little more on top of these real quick. Did you hear it go off? Alright, I think that's enough for now. So, I'm just going to pick up some of these and kind of scatter them out a little bit. This this color I ran out of, but so this is my baggie. I kept one of each color. I still have some colors on the website. They're absolutely gorgeous. So check them out. I've had people buy them and make rings, and they just look gorgeous. Got a friend in Vermont that makes rings, and she just loves these. Gosh, I hope these look nice. I'm just done. I might have to change my decision on this being the backside. So that these opals show up. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to pour either a very translucent light color. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. It's gonna have to be the backside. And it's perfectly fine to change your mind along the way. It will definitely accent this a lot better, I think. We'll see. Never know. Sometimes you think you're doing something really nice, and then come to find out it doesn't turn out that good. Have you ever had that happen? I have. I did post a short video. It was actually for Tim because he did a fly and a froggy for Froggy Friday. And I saw his short yesterday. but today the actual video came out, and I commented that I did some coasters in the past that had scorpions in them, and so I made a quick video, and I was just gonna send it to him, and I decided to make it public. So you can hop over and check it out. Maybe I'll go grab one of them real quick. I don't know if you saw my live on Andy's channel, but I showed one of the coasters that I did. And that's the ones I was talking about, so. Okay, so now we can change our thinking. If I was going this way up, I would have to go with almost clear. I mean, I could brush the sides, but I'd still have to put clear. But if I change it to go downward, then I can put a colored backing on it. So I think I might stick a few more. Maybe I can stick some up here on these parts. Okay, I went ahead and mixed up. This has been cured, and while it was curing, I gave my snail some eyeballs. Anyway, I went ahead and mixed up some resin, and I used the oh gosh, white gold Spirea. It's kind of a pearl with a gold interference. And I thought, well, I didn't want anything too busy. I thought about doing a crackle background, but then I thought it would take away from the stones and what I got going on in there. So I'm just going to put a simple background on it. And here we go. Let me see if I can pour this a different way. These are my new silicone cups. They're in the shop too. They're very nice. Got 3 edges to pour from. And I know some of these shells are going to get buried, but that's okay, because all I want is some of them to peek out. So it'll be really interesting. Hope I mixed enough resin. These are pretty good size molds. Let me sure that it's getting down in there, around the edges. Oh yeah, I'll have enough, I think. Yep. It's gonna be perfect. I mixed up 6 ounces, so if you buy this mold, just know that each one of these, I actually had some UV resin on the bottom, so, and then this is 6 ounces that I just mixed up here. Let me go get my silicone tool. I left it on the other tank. Oh no, I can just use this. I just want to make sure there's no bubbles around the outside edge here. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to give them a squirt of alcohol. It's fun to watch all the bubbles pop, you know. You don't, they wouldn't have shown anyway with this color in it, but it's fun to still see them pop. And did you know that you could actually breathe your hot breath on it like that, and it pops them too. Just don't breathe back in. All right, well, we're gonna let those cure. I'm gonna let these cure overnight. I'll take them out in the morning. See you then. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, and I checked, and these are cured, and I said a little prayer to the resin gods that these turned out nice, because if they didn't, I gotta make another set. Anyway, when I take my stuff out, most of the time I use white gloves, only because it feels cured and everything, but you can still get fingerprints on them. So it's just nice to Put the gloves on. Okay, let's pray that these turned out nice. They're still a little bendy, I think. Okay, and when I did the UV resin, I checked and it was cured on the top, so maybe, I mean, they feel wet right now, so I'm gonna go cure them a little bit longer, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I cured these under the UV lamp, and I did it with the other one so that I didn't have to do them separate. I mean, I still had to do them separate, but anyway, with my regular UV lamp. And now, since they were soft, I'm putting it through the curator, and so in a little bit they should be fully cured. I put them on the flat side, so should be done soon. Okay, I put these through the G3 curator. Well, actually, the top part was just a little bit sticky with UV resin, so I put it in under the UV lamp first, and then because the coaster was just still a little bit soft, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and put it in the curator. I just went ahead and did the whole 2 hours anyway, but you didn't need it. But I just want to show you, they turned out really pretty. I could rim them with gold, but I'm not sure yet if I will or not. I like them just like this. And they don't have to be coasters. They could be put on a stand and stand like this. I don't know if can you see how pretty that shell is? And I'm looking for the opals. You can see them, but they're not really that obvious. I mean, you can still see them. They just not a big highlight, you know. Maybe I'll do one with just opals in there, and that would be cool too. So, and I'll show you this one close up too. Just really neat to see the shells. And I'll take a picture of them and put it at the end of this video. So yeah, I guess I don't have to do another one for the collaboration. I like this one. It's very pretty, very delicate, very dainty. And I love the colors. Well, thanks for watching. Again, I'm doing this collab with Tim, the base resonator, and he is saving his until Wednesday for the coasting through the week. So I'll save mine until he releases his. So, all right. So see you then. Bye.